got a message as well from a listener who shared my episode. And I don't know if it's she or he, because they have like a weird name and a photo of like Mickey Mouse and stuff. She or he, whoever they are, I'm going to say they, shared a story with me and talked about the weird stuff that happens at Disney, the Disney parks and stuff. And for those who are in the know of Disney and stuff, everyone knows weird things happen. But, however, a lot of people are, are criticizing Sony Pictures, which I'm defending Sony. Even it got to the point where Stanley's daughter got involved by stating this: no one could have treated my father worse than Marvel and Disney executives. Stanley's daughter is siding with Sony Pictures over the dispute between Disney and Sony. Stanley's daughter Joan Lee said, "Marvel and Disney need to be checked and balanced as they seek control of my father's creations." And I'm siding with Sony. I know a lot of people love Disney and they love the MCU, and I call those people normies. And the normies, I'll say this, they are really annoying people when it comes to being a comic book fan. They always act like everything in comics should be like, the movies. Every comic book should be like the movies. Everything should be like the movies. Everything should be like that. And I just find it annoying. I find it very irritating. Because when you read comics, and all of a sudden you have someone who buys a shirt at Hot Topic and talks about Marvel stuff or DC stuff, DC comic stuff, they always go like, "I don't read the comics, I've seen the movie." And it's just like, you know what, your argument is invalid. It's just stop. And the thing is, I'm not saying that people should not read comics if they've seen the movies. If they've seen the movies and they really want to read the books, that's good. I'm happy. People need to read more. Otherwise, they're just boring. They're just, flesh and bones with no creativity or imagination. I feel like with the normies who read Marvel comics and stuff, and they always act like everything should be SJW-esque, or everything should be funny and hilarious. I don't know, I'm really weird when it comes to stuff with people who, watch the MCU stuff. And I have nothing against people who watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. Go ahead, watch it, comfort yourself. I just feel like the Marvel MCU films are going to be obsolete, in my opinion. I think they're going to be the downfall of like the Marvel comics themselves. Marvel comics, of course, is not bouncing back. DC's already having a rough go when it comes to things. And for me, I just feel like the comic book industry is going to be digital in the future. I think print comics are going to be gone in the future. I think everything's going to be digital and we're all going to die. I know I sound grim saying that, but if I can't see a comic book store or a print comic book, I am going to probably be a dinosaur. I'm going to be like them. I'm going to be gone. Because I just hate seeing something classic and great go away. I just hate digital. I hate digital movies. When movies come out on digital, I just feel like it's annoying. And recently, if those who don't know, one of the last video stores near my town shut down, and I just felt a part of me die that day. I always went into that video store. Me and my dad always went to like Blockbuster and Pacific Video, which was like a part of my childhood. And I remember me and him would always, my co-host is laying on my wires, so we would always go into the video store. It was called Family Video, and it was always a great time. I actually bought like Arkham City. They had like multiple copies of it, and I bought Arkham City. I bought Young Justice seasons on DVD because they would like, you could order stuff from them and they could bring it to you and stuff. And it was kind of sad. Like, I remember going into the video store and I bought like a couple of video games in a movie. I bought the Arkham Origins video game on the 3DS. And sorry, I had to burp. Anytime I eat a burger, I burp weird. So, and I bought the movie Hellfest, which I highly recommend. That is a good fucking movie, by the way. But it was just so weird seeing a video store shut down. Oh yeah, I bought Beware the Batman. I haven't gotten around to watching that yet, so I'm weird when it comes to watching movies. I'm slow. But it was just watching the video store shut down, watching everything pack up and shut down. It was just something from my era died. Something that I enjoyed. I remember when Pacific Video shut down, and I remember me and my dad went in there. The days that it was shutting down because they were selling all the videos and stuff. And I remember I found the copy of the movie The Phantom. And I remember as a kid, I rented that movie a lot. And I remember holding it in my hand. And I looked around and seeing everything in that store gone, almost. It was just gone. It was just like my childhood that I grew up in, basically. I grew up in the video store on a Friday. Anytime my dad got paid, we would always go rent a movie and order pizza, and we would watch old WCW stuff on VHS or WWF stuff on VHS. And we would talk about the matches and fast forward through the bad ones. Like the 1-2-3 Kid versus Razor Ramon in a diaper. Loser wears a diaper match. It was fucking stupid. But it was just like, looking in that store, it was just like, it's gone. And I think that's why I'm such a hard ass on Netflix and Hulu and digital streaming service. I feel like they killed the video store. They killed the moment of someone's life where, like, if they're really bored and they can't find anything on TV, they would get up from the couch, get in their car, and go to a video store. Go to a Blockbuster, go to a movie gallery, a Pacific Video, a small video store like Pacific Video, and find something on the shelves. You just walk through the store and you try to find something. It's like the only exercise you get instead of sitting on your couch like a bum. And you just go through it. You look through this store. If you feel like renting a video game, you go rent a video game. I rented Justice League Task Force so I could be Batman and beat up Superman with a fucking mullet. And by the way, someone who has a mullet are the weirdest looking redneck retards I have ever seen in my life. If you have a mullet, cut it now. Be away from the weird look. I'm kidding, by the way, with people who have mullets. If you have a mullet, that's good. Have a mullet. I had long hair. I looked like Ringo Starr. Now I just sort of have a buzz cut, which I actually like. I need to get a haircut soon. I'll probably do it, next payday or something. I'll get a buzz cut again. I mean, my hair's grown, but, it's still short, but I like the look. They call it one person who cut my hair called it the Moxley look. If you look at John Moxley, who's a wrestler, I have the exact same style haircut. Not the exact same style, but sort of similar. So, no, you're not the only one. I'm so into movies, but I'm slow too. See, I feel good. I still haven't seen Shazam. I feel bad. I have the DVD on my shelf, and I keep walking by it, going I need to watch that movie. I just need to watch it, but I don't know what to say. I heard it's really good. I heard Batman is sort of in it, kind of in it. He's an action figure, and he says, "I'm Batman." And and I know Superman makes an appearance, I think. I know I saw a still image of Superman carrying a lunch tray. I haven't said that in a while. Wow. I know that feeling. I know, right? It's just, you sit there and you're like, I have to watch that movie, and can never get around to watching it. I know one movie I'm excited for is the Brightburn. I know it's out on digital. I want to see that movie. I know a lot of people asked about, is there going to be a Brightburn version of Batman? There's a movie called Super. I don't know if anyone ever heard of it. It's a good movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. It came out 9 years ago. It stars Rainn Wilson, who's better known as Dwight from The Office, and James Gunn wrote and directed it. It's actually James Gunn's early stuff before Guardians. And it stars Dwight Rainn Wilson, who plays a guy named Frank, who decides to become a superhero after watching a superhero called the Holy Avenger, which is sort of a play on the actual Christian superhero known as Bible Man. I actually watched it as a kid, so those who don't know, I am a non-denominational Christian, and I actually watched Bible Man. It's not bad. It's kind of interesting. It's weird that it has Willie Ames, who created and starred in it, because Willie Ames is an interesting person. I'll just leave it at that. So, anyway, it's an interesting movie. It's very violent, so he plays sort of a Batman-esque type character who, the best part of the movie is he kills Kevin Bacon. I think that's the best part of the movie, is Dwight kills Kevin Bacon. Even though Magneto killed Kevin Bacon in the X-Men film. So, the movie Brightburn, if you watch it, where it gets the Michael Rooker's character, who's this Alex Jones type guy. Dwight, or Rainn Wilson as Crimson Bolt is the name of the hero from Super, makes an appearance in the scene. Only a photo image in the mid-credit scenes. So